What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another DVDs, Nuts, and Popcorn exclusive DVD and Blu-ray horror movie hunting at Goodwill video. Alright guys, I have a giant box of horror movies that I picked up. A lot of schlock this week, guys. I'm looking very unrefined, very unshaven, very unemployed. All right, let's get to it. All right, now, wow, I picked up a lot of trash this week. Every once in a while, I'll make fun of these guys that go into Dollar Tree and try to pump up the movies in there like they're friggin' good, and they're 99.9% of the time terrible movies. I definitely got some Dollar Tree caliber movies in here. I do not doubt that whatsoever. But also, I think there's going to be some hidden gems in here as well. All right, let's get to it. And I did not get any of this stuff at Dollar Tree. Some horror movie schlock fan donated their whole collection of these multi-pack DVDs. So let's go. Let's start with one of them here. First up here, 10 film classic horror collection. I'm just going to read the movies on the back here for you guys. Werewolf in Girls' Dormitory. Or Dormitory. The She-Beast. The Killer Shrews. That sounds like an old adaptation. The Satanic Rites. By the way, I'm sick as a dog. I went and got COVID tested yesterday because I feel so bad. The results are negative, but I definitely have something. The Satanic Rites of Dracula, I think I said that. The Wasp Woman, Dead Men Walk, Silent Night, Bloody, not Silent Night, Deadly Night, Silent Night, Bloody Night, Lady Frankenstein, The Terror, and The Eight. Pretty much all those movies are going to be horrible. All right, I rolled the dice on this one as well. Picked this up from some random thrift store. Penumbra? It's one of those movies where these chicks get tricked into going on these, they respond to these ads in the newspaper. I haven't seen it, but I actually watched the beginning of it. They respond to these ads in the newspaper and meet at these odd locations and end up, getting shot with needles and stuff and kidnapped, and I don't know. It says official selection at Fantastic Fest 2011. I don't know if that means shit. Keep you on the edge of your seat. Ain't it cool news? I don't think ain't it cool news means shit. You can't listen to those guys. All right, next up here. This is a double feature from the Bloody Disgusting Selects. First movie is Rambach, Berlin Undead, and the next movie is Yellow Brick Road. Now, I'm not a big zombie fan. This looks like a zombie movie, but this one looked like it might be pretty cool. I watched it, and nothing happened the first 45 minutes of the movie. Then something happened that was pretty cool, and then the rest of the movie was pretty much sucked. So not happy with that one. Cannot recommend that one. Once I watch all these movies, I'll probably give them away to Ty Lord if they're so bad. All right, now, okay, so there's a difference between schlock and movies that are so bad that they're actually good. And in one of those movies, I used to go by this list on some website, and I was trying to watch all the movies. He had like a top 50 list. I think it might have even been a top 100 list. And I think this was in his top 5. Chupacabra versus the Alamo is on this list. I definitely want to see that. It's got the guy from Chips in it. 8 more, 8, I can't even talk, I'm so sick. 8 horror movie collection. I'll just read them off the back. Chupa versus the Alamo, like I said. Bound by Blood, Wendigo. Devil Dolls was actually a Charles Band. I think I own that already. The Club. Netherworld. Blood Predator, Blood Relic, and Color from the Dark. All right, I think in the first of these series of videos, I picked up all those Godzilla movies. Well, I picked up another one, guys, and that is Godzilla versus Godzilla. Oh, Mecha Godzilla. I don't know. I was thinking okay, forget it. So I think I picked up part 2 of this in that first video, so I needed part 1, so that was really cool. All of these were $2, or if they were on sale, they were less than that. All right, now, this is not a horror movie, but had to pick up the 3 Fridays. Next up here, this guy right here is a famous actor. And it's funny that he's in a terrible movie here. We got Blood Monkey, Man Eater, and In the Spider's Web. Come with the slippity slip cover. Another non-comedy, Office Space, with the Ghetto Boys soundtrack. Absolute classic. Picked this up for 75% off. So it was like $1.50, I think. Natural Born Killers, the director's cut. So not everything's schlock. And this is a cool pickup. It was $4.99, but I got 75% off on it. Resident Evil, the high definition trilogy. In the big box there. Next up, I know these are not the favorites of people, but you know, the foreign films are supposed to be better, but I still think they're creepy as hell. The Grudge and The Grudge 2. This one comes with the slip. Alright, back to the schlock movie collections. We do got a Tobe Hooper movie on here, Mortuary, which I actually thought was pretty decent. Some people hate on it, but... Alright, movies here. Night Shadow. Mortuary, again by Tobe Hooper. 213. Secrets of the Clown. The Last Vampire on Earth. Room 33. The Fear Chamber. The Legend of Sorrow Creek. Let me know in the comments below if any of these are hidden gems. I'm going to be going... Listen, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm going to go through all this schlock, and I guarantee you I'm going to find some hidden gems in there. I already have, actually. Alright, next up here. Alright, this is a cult classic right here. The Ice Cream Man. This is out of print. Found that at Goodwill. That has our boy Clint Howard in it, which is obviously Ron Howard's brother. He's the B-movie king. He's in a lot of B-movie horror flicks, guys. And yeah, man, really cool movie. I've seen it before. Love adding that to the collection. This is one that I really wanted to be good, guys. And I don't know if I was in the mood or what was going on. I was distracted, or if it was just that bad. It was definitely a copy of High Tension. It definitely copied a lot from High Tension. But the idea sounded so good. Shrooms. And basically these kids go into the, or young adults go into the woods to camp out. And one of them knows about shrooms, but the rest of them have never done shrooms. They all get effed up on shrooms. They start seeing all kinds of demonic stuff, and everybody's out to kill them, and all kinds of crazy shit happens. They're seeing cows, talking cows. One of the reasons I picked this up was one of the reviews, or one of the quotes on the back of it. When you're stoned out of your mind, lost in the psycho-infested woods, and a talking cow tells you to go back to camp, listen to that cow. Seattle Weekly. So I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it did have some good practical effects in it, but man, I don't know, man. It was kind of bad. Blair Witch on acid, they say right here. I don't know about that. All right, next up here. And by the way, Yellow Brick Road was very similar to the concept of this. So I basically bought two movies that are very similar in concept. This is called The Devil's Pass. And it's supposed to be based on a true story, but they don't go down that route. They change the story up completely. And it's about, I want to say, yeah, these Russian hikers in real life disappear, are never seen again after they go on this hiking trip or skiing trip. And then these people later on in life, and probably what happened to them, they probably went into some area they weren't supposed to go into and probably were killed and buried or whatever. But some documentary crew goes there later on to find out what happens, and this monster is there, I guess. Another Blair Witch reference. An upgraded Blair Witch Project. New York Times? I don't know. That seems pretty legit. I think it got decent reviews. Even a New York Times review here. Riveting. The Devil's Pass is ideal. Midnight movie material. So I don't know. That might be good. Alright, so definitely got to talk about this one. This, so far, from what I've read, I've only watched one of these, but from what I read, there seems to be some good hidden gems on this one. Now, let me read them off to you. The Reflecting Skin, Office Killer, which we're going to talk about here in a second, Frozen in Fear, Strange Girls, Pinprick, Invisible, Brothel, and The Pit and the Pendulum. Now, the first one, because this one was the most highly talked about, but no one knows about this movie. Highly talked about, I'm basically saying the few reviews that were written on it. The Office, or Office Killer, has Molly Ringwald in it. It's got a bunch of other famous actors for that at that time. This was hot, Molly Ringwald. This was like, if in the Breakfast Club, if she was 20 years old, she was probably 24 here. Super hot. I'm going to go as far as to say this movie's a masterpiece. The way it was shot is so friggin' cool. It's basically a girl. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to mention this girl's name. I don't know why I didn't. Let me see. Carol Kane is in this. Carol Kane is the office worker that goes insane and turns into a serial killer in the office and starts trying to kill everybody. She was in the original not Who's in the House. I'll put the name up here. I can't think of the name for some reason right now. But anyway, Office Killer, absolute classic. Beautifully shot. It's pretty disturbing, man. It's a black comedy, but there's not too much that's funny about it. It's just disturbing as hell. I can't say much more about it, guys. I don't want to ruin it, but man, it is so friggin' good. This is why I picked up all this shit, because you never know what you're going to find out in this. All right, The Reflecting Skin has Viggo Mortensen in it. I've never heard of it. It's supposed to be a vampire movie. It's supposed to be really good. And I think a few of these other ones are supposed to be decent as well. Let me have a drink of water. I feel like I'm going to hyperventilate. When a Stranger Calls. I think it was from 1972 off the top of my head. She was the girl in When a Stranger Calls. Petite, innocent girl. Well, now she's a serial killer in this. She shows her range. She absolutely kicks that role's ass. I'm telling you right now. Let's open something up I got in the mail. This is non-horror. Used to be out of print on Laserdisc. They released a Blu-ray of it. Vanilla Ice in Cool as Ice. Oh yeah. It's not a horror movie, but I did hear it was horrible. All right, now, this is going to be terrible. I can tell you right now. I love my shark movies. We have Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Attack of the Giant Leeches, Beneath Loch Ness, Mega Piranha, and Piranha. You guys are like Tightweight done lost his damn mind. All right, now here's another very interesting movie here, guys. Stay Alive. It's got Frankie Muniz in it, right? I think that's him right there, right? It's got a few other familiar faces. What do we have here? Samara Armstrong, Sophia Bush, John Foster. But anyway, this movie is really fucking unique. So, this guy, this guy has this video game called Stay Alive. I think he plays it on his computer. By the way, there's references to the PS2 in this movie. There's references to Fatal Frame. There's references to Unreal Tournament. So if you're a video gamer around that period of time, you definitely are going to want to check this one out, man. Very, very cool for video gamers in that, I guess, the 6th generation. Now, he has this game, and in the beginning of the movie, he's playing the video game, and his character in the video game dies, and then you show him walking around the house, and he dies after he dies in the video game, very similar to the way he died in the video game. So that's what makes this different about a lot of ones that you're playing a game, and if you die in the game, you die. No, in this one, you die similar after the fact. And what's cool about this is it mixes, I don't think it's PS2 graphics. I think it's like Xbox 360 graphics, but it mixes Xbox 360 graphics with the real world. So when the real characters are not playing the video game and walking around in the real world, when they're about to die, you start seeing the 360 graphics come into play, which is really, really cool. And there's a cool PS2 reference at the end of this game that is awesome. Is it the greatest movie in the world? No, but for its time, I think it was groundbreaking. And if you're a gamer from those generations, 6th generation, 7th, 5th, whatever, you need to watch this one, guys. Stay alive. I'm out of breath. I need to go home and get some rest. All right, 8 more trash movies. We got Night of the Living Dead. Oh, I think that's a classic, unless it's some kind of remake. Wincroft, Interview with a Serial Killer. Dark Woods, Keepsake, My Sweet Killer, Final Remains, and Color from the Dark. It's the second time we talked about that film. Okay, here's another. This is a Backwoods Butchers, the Midnight Horror Collection. We have A Bothered Conscience. I've heard decent things about that movie. Butchered, Mother's Day Massacre. I heard terrible things about that. And Breadcrumbs. Oh, another good one, guys. All right, found this at Goodwill as well. Watched this the other night. I've heard about the Chrome Skull series, but I had no idea the first one was called Laid to Rest. And this fucking movie is phenomenal. Is it a garbage trash movie with an awesome friggin' killer and cheesy ass characters and some of the goriest, baddest ass practical effects I've ever seen? Yes, it is. You have to see this movie. I can't wait to see part 2 of it. I don't think it's supposed to be as good as it, but that's the character right there. He wears this chrome skull, and he wears a camera, and he locks on to his, like, almost like he's Man of Arms from He-Man, and he uses these big ass friggin' knives, man. They don't even look, these knives right here are so big in the movie. Love this movie, guys. You gotta see this movie. All right, we're warming up here. Oh my God. This is probably the worst movie I've ever seen. Bloodthirst 2. The CGI in this movie is so horrendous. Revenge of the Chupacabra. The Chupacabra is so ridiculously stupid in this movie. The Chupacabra is literally a black color, and he's in the dark, so he looks like a shadowy creature the whole movie. It is absolutely horrible. All right, now, we got 8 midnight horror movies, Deadly Legends. We got Wages of Sin, which I've seen before, actually owned on a compilation. Backwoods Bloodbath, Curse of the Black Hodag, Curse of the Wolf, Hell's Highway, A Bothered Conscience again, Mr. Halloween, Sheltered, Puppet Master 3, Tulin's Revenge. Next up, this is a first time watch for me. The Rage, Carrie 2. I thought this movie was decent. It's not a prequel, it's actually a sequel. It does have some continuity with the first movie. She's not in the picture here. One of the main girls in the first Carrie, the original OG Carrie, is the counselor in the school that this girl goes to. So that's really cool. I thought this girl did a really good job in the movie. It's a decent flick. Okay, these are horrible. But I was glad to find a physical copy of these, because they're classically bad. The Killjoy series. Killjoy 1, Killjoy 2, and Killjoy 3. I think I've seen all of these. They're so fucking bad. They're so bad that there's some good in them. At least maybe one of them. All right, last 2 movies here, guys. Our last 2 compilations here. Let's go with the big one first. Holy crap, got the slipcover with it. All right, 20 horror films. We have Cursed, Cruel World. That's a terrible movie. Mortuary again. The Nurse, Paranormal Entity, Live Animals. I think I've seen that. The Gingerbread Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver. Oh my God. After watching 10 minutes of the first one, I could not imagine how bad 3 would be. Night Shadow, Bloody Mary, Past the Door of Darkness, Fist of the Vampire, Darkness, Inside, The Haunting of Marston Manor, Howling 4, The Original Nightmare, Bachelor Party in the Bungalow of the Damned, great name, Ghost Stories, Following the Dead, Ghost Stories, Walking with the Dead, Ghost Stories, Unmasking the Dead, Ghost Stories, Conversations with the Dead. Wow. It's a lot. By the way, before we get to this last movie, depending on how I feel, because like I said, I'm a mess right now, on my Mr. Tight White channel, there's a possibility that myself, Ty Lord, and Zomberry will be doing another Let's Drink Beer and Talk Horror Movies podcast or live stream on StreamYard on my Mr. Tight White channel. And so we got that planned. But again, it depends on my health or whatever. That'll be on this Sunday, actually, at 7 p.m. So be there. All right, next up, 10 classic horror collections. Werewolf in Girls' Dormitory. The She-Beast. The Killer Shrews. Oh, you know what? I've already read this one before. Steve, this is going to you. I actually picked up 2 copies of this on accident. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching the video. Hit the like, share the video, do all that nonsense. But until the horror movie stream, hopefully on Sunday, I'll see you guys then. I'll talk to you later. Have a nice day. Oh yeah, no jump scares. No jump scares, baby. Mikey Garcia. Oh yeah. Why am I doing that? Peace out! Gotcha, Mikey. Gotcha, ass.